everyone, I am Fatima Empreji and today I will discuss to you about the topic entitled Independent Study. So what is independent study? Independent study is a form of activity undertaken by individual students with little to no supervision. A student and their teacher will generally agree upon a topic for the students to research with minimal instruction and guidance coming from the teacher. So in other words, from this statement, the learners are actively involved in their process of learning, which means that the learners have full control of what they want to learn and how they will learn. In addition, there are the constructor of their knowledge and makers of their understanding. Next, this method used by students and can develop their cooperative, decision-making, leadership, problem-solving skills. In addition, it can foster their ultimate aim for formal education, which is the development of intellectual competence of the students. So, independent study does not only involve in the learners actively participating in their learning process, but also it will develop their skills such as their skills in leadership, their skills in decision making, their skills in cooperation. Next, independent study also promotes confidence, self-esteem, as well as motivation for the students. In addition, it fosters self-reliance wherein the students will feel that they have full control of what they want to learn and how they will learn. From this statement, the goal of independent study is to shape the learning to the students so that they can be able to construct their own knowledge and understanding, and they can actively involve in the process of learning and developing their skills.
The instructional characteristics of an independent study are the following. Number 1, there is a tutor-student relationship. Number 2, individualized instruction takes place as a result of student participation. Number 3, the student is in charge of his or her own growth. Number 4, encourages the development of intellectual ability through formal education. Number 5, assist pupils in working individually or in groups to solve problems. Independent studies allow driven students to explore a specific topic that may or may not fit into a traditional academic curriculum. They also allow students to learn specialized materials or gain research experience. The method requires students to conduct research on a subject and, in many cases, to combine knowledge from other fields. They improve the research skills by having to choose, collect, and present data. The students' self-directed learning skills are developed through independent study.
Writing journal is a learning tool based on the ideas that students write to learn. Students use the journals to write about topics of personal interest, to note their observations, to imagine, to wonder, and to connect new information with things they already know. A journal is a daily record, whereas writing journal is a written record that helps students record a summary of important information that occurred during their educational learning, such an acknowledgement of what they have learned. Also, they can write their thoughts and ideas about that topic. Writing journal assignments can benefit students by enhancing reflection, facilitating critical thought, and writing focused arguments. And because of these benefits, a student has the opportunity to become more confident on his or her writing skills, also to broaden their perspective on topics, to recognize progress in writing, to spend more time on self-reflection, and to write without fear of being judged. Writing journal provokes more reflection and encourages students to take charge of their learning. Journals help students make connection between what is really important to them, the curriculum, and the world. Using a writing journal is really helpful for a student because they can actively engage and have more opportunities to clarify the future course of action that will enable them to achieve their goals and aims. Teachers must also implement consistency in reviewing students' work. Through this, teacher will be able to assess how their students have changed and what learning they have gained over time. Yes, the teacher should also write a journal or review the students' work. By reading and reviewing the works of students, it helps nurture the classroom community and offers a way for the teacher to build a relationship with students.
Instructional characteristics of writing journals. Number 1. Writing journals highlights reflective thoughts and expresses feelings regarding their educational experiences. Number 2. Designed naturally as a chronological records of students' learning, good study habits and improvements in a week. Number 3. Serves as a bridge between students and teachers. Number 4. Expression of their everyday self-actualization in adding new learning. And number 5. The method to assess and better understand what students know and how they learn based on their statements. Writing journals is written which helps the students record a significant events happen in their educational learning. Students reflect on what they learned, either good or bad, and how they learned from it. They will show what they cannot express orally through reflection and may put it in a writing form. Students may also include story-like elements including fun, satisfactions, and surprises during the activity in a sincere manner. Writing journals can help students to keep track of their ideas and thoughts. In this way, they are able to better understand what they did, what they thought, and what was happening during that time. Teachers must also implement consistency in reviewing students' work. Through this, teachers will be able to assess how their students have changed and what learnings they have gained over time.
Narrative instruction. Narrative instruction is a powerful method by which to engage and hold the attention of listeners. Narrating a lesson can may be short or long, factual and artful. So in teaching pupils, narrative is useful because it is more on storytelling. We can effectively use the features of storytelling in our educational methods and use different equipment like books and others. It can may be an easy way for children to learn because narrating a lesson can get their attentions to listen and learn from it. And because pupil want storytelling, narration could be used in making the lecture interesting, easy to understand, and enjoyable.
Narrative instruction characteristic. So, number 1, consolidating information. Consolidating information is a powerful tool for the student to understand a concept of the topic. Consolidating is a process of reusing information, elements, and keeping all information elements closely. This will help for the student on how to identify the concept of the topic. Number 2, facilitating, recall, or fax data and other sources of information. In writing a narrative, you need to recall or find the facts, data, and other sources of information for you to have a good result in your narrative essays. It's helpful for the student in writing a narrative because it is based on their experience so that they can easily deliver the narration understandable since their experience include in the narration. Number 3, the skill in recognizing accuracy. Recognizing accuracy in a series of events which appear in an author's narration will help the teacher to know if the student understands the story or event in the story or something that they remember anything from the author's narration. This will also help them to test if they listen or not. Number 5 is the narration could be used in making the lesson understand and enjoyable. So, student narration could be used in making the lesson interesting, easy to understand, and enjoyable. Since they are enjoy to listen about what the narrator said and it caught their attention so that the lesson will make it easy to understand for them. The number 6 is tact in narrating. Tact in narrating could make the lesson interesting. You need to tact in narration so that the student will be interested to listen. The student look forward or they expect the narration before or after the lesson. The number 7 is taken as a story. Taken as a story and made it presenting as a lesson is surely work by putting together all the information in a coherent whole so through that you can explain the topic to be more understandable for the student. So number 8, the skill in communicating one's experience. The skill in communicating one's experience is developed because of the activity, which is narration, and also it had to add enjoyment, excitement, interesting during the lesson. The number 9 is narrative enhances. The narrative use is that the student enhance their ability to make a narrative story through putting information data into coherent whole. Their ability to making a narrative will surely develop.
The Discovery Learning educational session should be well designed, highly experiential, and interactive. Instructors should use stories, games, visual aids, and other attention-grabbing techniques such as problem solving where learners seek for solution by combining existing and new acquired knowledge. Information and interpretation, learners analyze and interpret rather than memorize. Some of this will build curiosity and interest, and it leads the learner new ways of thinking and reflecting. By exploring and manipulating situation, struggling with question, learners are more likely to be active and acquiring new knowledge. It characterized by having guidance, explanation, whereby students used to build their past experiences and added the new knowledge to create creativity, correlation to the new truths.